All right, everybody. This is a quick disclaimer for part of the show today. It is a little bit graphic, a little bit morbid or gory. I don't think we're going to show any pictures or anything like that, but what we will be talking about definitely needs to be for at least part of it, an adult audience to judge whether or not your kids can listen to this. So just wanted to give you a heads up before we jump into it, and enjoy the episode.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Tinfoil Testament. Today, we're going to be talking about the mysterious and unforgettable. Get ready to rumble.
Can't wait right now. Wait a second. Listen to this crowd. Oh my! He's huge. That's Bigfoot. The wild man is here. He's a scoop right on like a rag doll. Undertaking everyone in sight. Down goes Blake. Down goes Cruz.
The sky is falling, fire and flames and brimstone.
Body snatchers aren't aliens. It's your government, and they're coming for you.
It's not real. History's just, it's not true. They've covered it up. They've covered it up with mud.
That's the Tinfoil Testament right there. Proof, people. Believe your eyes.
Relax. We're taking care of everything.
Welcome back to another episode of Tinfoil Testament, everybody. We are very thankful this Christmas season that you guys have joined us to listen to us talk about a few subjects that some of us may or may not have done any research on.
Aye, Captain.
Well, before we get to that, Game Awards, they happened. Woo!
Shout out Flute Guy.
Expedition 33 almost swept. It won all the stuff that matters.
Yeah, that's true.
That's right.
So, huzzah!
I've
Guy,
always been a fan. Will always be a fan.
friend.
You're going to have to excuse Andrew. He's very, very tired.
Yeah, I've been up since 3 a.m.
We're getting toward 3 a.m. again.
Question of the day that we're going to start doing from now on. Is Super Mario Brothers an indie game?
No.
Comment down below.
No.
I was telling Vandy beforehand, I got into a discussion with someone over indie games because they were upset saying Expedition 33 isn't an indie game because indie only means you publish and produce or develop in the same company. That's all it means to be indie. And I'm like, well, by that logic, Nintendo develops and publishes Mario. It's indie. And he said, yes. So,
Wow.
According to him, Mario is an indie game.
No, he needs to be
That's not the definition of indie game.
exiled.
Sorry.
Either way, shout
Is
out
this
Flute Guy.
Vandy?
No,
That
no,
was saying
no.
that?
No, I told Vandy
No.
while you
Okay.
were up.
Okay, sorry.
No.
He is extremely tired.
No, some guy on YouTube was saying that.
Oh, you were arguing with him in the
Yeah.
comments.
And-
Okay, gotcha.
We're being keyboard warriors.
Gotcha.
But I said I told him, I was like, I respect that you stick to your guns and don't backtrack and do say that Mario is an indie game. And
True.
I was like, but you're wrong.
I respect it, but you're still wrong.
Like he could, because when I said Mario is, by your take, Mario is an indie game, I was like, he's probably gonna be like, no, and come up with an excuse
Yeah.
because nobody, who says that? Nobody.
Not even him.
It's
No,
too
he does.
big.
He does. That's why I respect it.
It's too big to be an indie game. Everybody.
Yes. So I don't know why we're going into it, but just to be clear, an indie game is simply a game
Made in Indianapolis.
that is
Man, I was going to
independent.
say that. You jerk.
No, it's not a game made in Indianapolis because if that were true, Expedition 33 couldn't be because it's made in France.
So it's not.
I guess you heard it here. Expedition 33 is not indie. Sorry, I was wrong.
No, it was cool. I watched a little bit of it.
Oh.
And the awards.
Oh.
Strictly for the music. And I liked the music.
Flu Guy's the best.
He is the best, hands down.
Flu Guy was definitely a highlight, if not the highlight of the Game Awards. He used so many flutes.
We should petition to get him an award.
I think you say him into the show.
This guy was pulling out PVC flutes, miniature flutes, big flutes, little flutes,
All kinds of flutes.
materials I didn't know you could make flutes from.
Going all Oprah Winfrey on them. And you get a flute. And you get a flute.
Don't put him and her in the same sentence.
Fine.
Talk about them in two separate sentences, please.
She's way better. No.
She's better at giving out cars.
Yes.
He's better at playing flute. There's a balance.
He's-
Anyway.
I look up the flute guy on Google. That's all you got to put in there.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
like,
Yes.
boom.
He has no name. He's the flute guy.
His
Yes.
name is Pedro.
Pedro
Pedro.
something. Yeah, Pedro something.
Pedro the flute guy.
Eustache?
Yeah. Pedro Eustache.
Yeah. It definitely
He's-
looked like when he was playing, he was having more fun playing than any of the other
Oh
people.
yeah, that's what got him popular is like he gets into it and has fun and it's great. It's like that guy likes what he's doing and I like him for it.
Yeah. It's like the best way I could describe it. I have to take credit and give it to somebody in the comments, but they said a lot of people music comes from them. When he plays, the music is going through him.
Yes. It's so good. So
Going through him like diarrhea.
Whoa.
I don't know about that.
I don't know.
But yeah, I'll throw up pictures for people watching on YouTube
Yeah.
or maybe video.
He's a
Oh
cool
my
guy.
gosh, this PVC pipe thing.
Oh, you
Dude,
just know.
it's awesome.
Yeah, I'm watching it right now.
It's awesome.
So was he swapping these out
Yeah.
Yes.
mid-song?
Yes.
Yes.
It's all one song. He's just like you don't even see it. Like they'll just like it'll show him for a minute and then they'll show somewhere
Yeah.
else and they cut back to him and he's just playing something different. And it's like where did he
Yeah.
even put the other one?
That's wow.
Some of them you can see, but some of them you're like, where'd they go?
Yeah. He's
I'm
got
looking at the baby flute right now.
he's got to have like
It's so small.
6 or 7 around his feet.
How are they even miking him with the flute?
Dude, he's that good.
Do they even hear him?
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you can hear him.
There's take it like this. There is one guy on the flute. So he has to be really good.
And he is really
He's
good.
really good.
That's so crazy.
Flute guy, Pedro, shout out you. I don't think you'll ever hear this, but you're pretty awesome. Oh my.
Tinfoil approved. Maybe next year he can have a tinfoil flute in honor of us.
Nice.
Ooh,
Could you imagine?
that'd be cool. Oh man.
How would that even look? How would that even play?
It wouldn't.
He if it could play, he could play it.
If it could work, he'll figure it out.
Oh man. I don't want to say what I was gonna say.
Say it. This is a gun-free zone. You can say whatever you
We're gonna
want.
have to bleep this out, but and that's why you can't have a tinfoil flute. Oof.
Am I gonna get arrested?
Maybe.
Maybe
I won't.
not if you go missing.
Before we do that, though, before I go missing, Andrew wanted to talk about the sun
Oh yeah.
as well. He wanted to give an update.
The moon and the stars.
The sun, the moon, the stars. Be careful out there, guys. Don't go flying if you don't have to,
Yeah.
because there's some activity happening.
Well, I wanted to talk about it, but I didn't do a whole lot of research on it. So sorry.
There's
But
a lot of planes going down because of this stuff.
yeah,
Well,
what I was going to talk about was the whole solar flare thing that's happening, or not the solar flare. Yeah, solar flare.
yeah, that move Tien does in Dragon Ball,
No, no.
and some of the other bald people,
Right.
and Goku.
Solar storms.
No,
The
there's-
solar storms
there's
with
some
the
solar
aurora
storms.
borealis coming down into the lower 48. It's the end of the world.
Kinda, yeah.
You heard it here first.
And like no jokes, if you don't have to do air travel, you should kind of try to avoid it. Not like planes aren't crashing, but
You should
it's
be
causing them to kind of having
cautious.
issues.
Are boats okay? I asked this because
I
we
don't know- I don't
just
know.
booked a cruise.
You did?
Yeah,
Dang, fresh invite.
we're going to Mexico.
Why did
Fresh invite.
I have to go get my passport? But okay.
I just want to know: are the boats going to be cool? I know airplanes are kind of
I mean,
weird right now.
they do run on autopilot, and they do rely on GPS
Yeah.
navigation and all that. So you're not falling out of the sky, and you're not necessarily going to be stranded.
Yeah, I don't think boats
So
just
boats
say,
will be okay.
"Oh, I lost power. Let me sink."
Yeah.
They're not using their electricity to stay
I
afloat.
don't know, man.
Planes are. If I remember correctly, there's been a couple of planes that have lost their like just a few seconds, and like I just imagine that's scary to deal with.
Oh yeah.
There's not been any plane crashes. Just to be clear.
Speaking
But
of planes, did you see that Alaskan Airlines flight pilot?
No.
He went into the cockpit and started turning off all the engines.
Oh.
And the only
my.
thing that happened to him was he lost his job.
Oh my.
I hate my brain.
God.
The only thing that happened to him was he lost his hands. I don't
Like,
know why.
No, as of right now that I know of, no charges or anything, but he could have killed 150
That's attempted
plus
murder.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a
there's literally
go to jail.
audio.
How?
There's audio of the co-pilot saying, "What are you doing? What are you get?" And he calls a stewardess, and thankfully there was a male stewardess there that was able to basically apprehend him somehow. And I just imagine the scene because they had to drag him out of the cockpit of everybody looking at that.
Oh my God.
So he had to make the co-pilot had to make a
Emergency landing.
landing, and they see him getting carted off basically by the cops, and he's like, "I'm not okay. I'm not okay." But
Well-
the only thing that's been happening so far is, "Hey, we're gonna fire you." Where are the charges? He
That's
could have
insane.
killed 150 plus people.
Sounds like somebody who might go missing.
He might be on the Epstein list.
I tried to segue.
So about these solar flares.
I tried to segue. And
Sorry,
we're going back to
planes.
solar flares.
So, planes going down because of solar flares.
Oh man, no, I really wanted to make this a longer, like my actual topic for the day, but I
Do
couldn't
it.
make it long enough. I guess I could, but it would have to do a lot of research to make it long enough. But it's proven scientific fact right now that the poles are shifting.
Yeah.
The magnetic poles are shifting. Not the North Pole. The
Yeah.
North Pole is not moving.
Santa Claus is okay.
Santa's pushing. He's on the ground going, "Move!
Yeah.
I want to live somewhere more tropic."
Moving around Iceland. So the magnetic poles are actually shifting,
Yeah.
and they're moving towards Siberia right now. The North Pole's moving towards Siberia. And while this is happening, the magnetosphere, yeah, Magneto.
Sorry.
The magnetosphere is weakening, which is causing all the aurora borealis that's happening in the lower 48.
Plus the bombarding, like
So-
abnormal amounts. Of,
Yes.
So with it shifting to Siberia, does that mean we're going to be spinning on that axis?
No. Everything's staying the same.
It's
Axis
the
is staying the
magnets.
same.
It's not the.
It's the magnetic field is shifting.
So basically, it sounds like our core is shifting.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's slowing down, and it's potentially going to completely flip.
Yeah.
So the South Pole will become the North Pole, and the North Pole becomes South Pole. It's not going to be that extreme yet, but
Ice Age,
well,
maybe.
it could completely wipe out our electrical grid
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, and it'll definitely
completely.
set back GPS because
Yes,
GPS.
and-
That's how GPS works.
Yes, but not only
In
that,
part how GPS
not only
works.
that, it could potentially kill off hundreds of species,
Yeah. Yeah.
especially of bugs.
and your old magnets
Um,
will stop working.
Yeah, because when that magnetosphere dissolves, if it does dissolve, it bombards the Earth with radiation. And a lot of insects right now that fly, at the tree level,
Yeah.
they're very prone to dying because of radiation.
Yeah.
And with how small they are, it just takes one little newt of radiation to hit them.
I can imagine
They
what
can
it's
die.
going to do to just species of animals that rely on, like birds migrating and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean it's going to affect all that. Now, scientifically, this happens.
Yeah.
Now, what scientists say once every 450,000 years. I don't believe the Earth
We ain't been around that long.
is that old. But they say once every 450,000 years, it does do a swap,
Yeah.
and it's violent. And this has to go into the whole Adam and Eve theory, and I'm not getting into all that. But yeah, I mean it could potentially wipe out electronics and put us into the Stone Age, and millions of people die.
Well, and just
Even if it's just a quick EMP that happens, right?
to
Yeah.
It fries everything, and then
you
everything
imagine
comes back on,
Everybody
or some things come back on.
driving, just losing control.
Yep.
Hospitals
Go down. Water goes down.
But this has happened. I guess this is going to be my subject. But this has happened once before in recorded history, since we have had control of electricity. So this, back in 1859, it's called the Carrington event, and this did happen. There were sightings of the Aurora Borealis pretty much globally, and it wiped out our telegraph system. You know, the one
Yeah.
that does the Morse code, beep, 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 beep. When we had that, it was a new system, but it completely wiped it out. It fried it. There were some telegraph machines that actually exploded and caught on fire,
Oh, really?
but because it got hit so hard.
Americans would
With-
fry anything.
But it was seen, and this was the first recorded solar flare scientifically also, and that was from a what are they called? Not a meteorologist.
Astronomers?
Astronomer. It was an astronomer in Britain.
Astrologers.
In Britain that found that. Actually witnessed the solar flare and was able to contribute what happened through that. Also, we had undersea cables, like we have internet
yeah.
undersea cables. We had undersea cables for the telegraph going all the way to Britain and several other countries, which is wild to think about in 1859. So a lot of things got fried. What we did have, electricity, deep fried.
The fish
Put a little-
near the cables, did they get fried?
It was just the copper fittings. The copper carps.
So basically,
Stupid.
it's going to make all of our compasses like useless.
Just spin out.
Yeah.
I don't know how long it will last, but
Well, if north is towards Siberia now.
now the poles, they do kind of wander a little bit
Yeah,
automatically.
yeah.
I mean, it's natural for it to do it, and nobody thinks of it. Everybody just kind of updates the GPS systems
Yeah.
and stuff like that. It's no big deal, but it's starting to wander farther and farther and farther than what's average.
Do we have like an estimated timeline of when it's like, okay, in 50 years or in 20 years?
No.
Nope.
In my understanding, I could be completely wrong.
You're never wrong.
I'm not an expert, but from my understanding, it's basically just instant too, more or less. Like when it flips, it's just kind of like
Yeah, I think there's
signs. It's not like there's no
Yeah.
sign. There's signs it's coming, but then like it's not like again, maybe I'm completely wrong, but from what I think I've read, it's more like it doesn't go like this. It kind of goes and knocked over my mic. That's kind of
kind of like 6-7, right? You know?
No, stop that.
it's 6-7s all the way home.
Oh man,
I could be wrong, and if I am,
I've heard both.
sue me.
I've heard both. So I don't know which one's right. I don't know which one's wrong. But I mean, it's wild. It's wild. But my guess, I heard a conspiracy
Conspiracy.
by somebody I will not mention
Conspirator.
that
What?
He said, Darth Vader.
But somebody said that he thinks that the Aurora Borealis, everything that's going on, is man-made.
I told you it was not real.
Meaning that
I did not tell Andrew that this was man-made. I told him it was not real.
like agencies like HARP,
Yeah.
they're I guess they're shooting magnetic rays or radiation in the atmosphere or something, according to his thought process. But he never really expounded upon it because I was like, oh, come on. I kind of cut him off. I was like, that's not.
You told him he's off, and then you're using it for your podcast.
Well, good old tinfoil.
Yeah. By the way, Andrew's ideas have been hijacked by other podcasts that we got beef with.
Man, we don't have beef with them, but it seems like every time I come up with a subject, or one of us comes up with the subject, this podcast starts talking about it, and it's not like they're stealing it either, because it comes out around the same time, or we record it around the same time.
It's a week, give or take, and then theirs comes out with the exact thing.
But like, for instance, the thing that I was going to talk about this week, they talked about it.
Yeah.
They already talked about it. It was something obscure that
Claire Obscure. Expedition 33.
But it was something obscure that nobody was going to talk about. And then
Yeah.
here they are talking about it. I'm like, what the heck? Do we have some kind of telepathy thing going on here?
No, they're just listening and taking.
Except we didn't talk about it yet.
Yeah, They're
Okay.
not listening.
Okay, I've been telling them.
Of course.
You've been telling them Andrew's thoughts that you
Yes.
don't even know?
He's
Yes.
got the Telegraph linked up.
It's the Aurora Borealis.
The Elon Musk thing.
Neuralink.
Neuralink, yeah.
Dude, if you have that and the EMP fries everything, is your brain just done?
Just looking like Stephen Hawking now.
Oh. Too soon.
Too soon.
But
Nah, he was implicated in the files. It's okay.
He couldn't do anything.
Okay.
no, he.
Not to get political or anything.
But speaking of like the end of the world type stuff, I mean, there's been a lot of weird stuff. Have y'all seen about Africa?
There's a lot going on in Africa.
There's a.
You
and
talking about
this happened like 2 years ago. It's been going on, and I just recently learned about it.
the
The hole.
yeah.
The whole.
The tectonic plate is
It's ripped like it's ripping it, and like
Yeah.
within like a generation or two, there will be a new continent because chunk of Africa will be ripped off.
Really?
Yeah,
it's the
it's just like a hole, just like straight, just not
the
like in
western
the middle.
side
but
of-
yeah, it's like,
western side of Africa.
but it's like just a cave or crevice now. And it's just
I wonder
growing.
who's going to be the first to be like, that's ours now.
Well, people are going to have to pick a side. I mean, it's literally splitting houses in half. I mean, they're going to have to pick a side of where they want to live,
Mainland or
or the island.
island boy?
Eventually,
They're
that's going
gonna-
to start filling with water. It's going to be dangerous, I assume.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to become like the Grand Canyon eventually, and then it's going to become a river, and then it's going to become.
I have
an
a
island.
feeling it's going to, like, once it starts to break away, you're going to have chunks of it just falling into the water.
100%.
And then you have the volcanoes going off, and earthquakes.
Aurora Borealis, magnetic fields, war in Ukraine,
There's war everywhere right now.
dude,
There's
Venezuela.
Venezuela that we're possibly going to get a war with, and then
It's
There's-
all stupid.
there's possibly a couple new wars in Africa that's supposed to pop up, and then
That's supposed to? You have insider information.
It's
no, I-
supposed to. That's
It's
how-
supposed to happen.
listen to the news.
That's the way it should be.
It's like
planned.
Niger and Benin, and then Ethiopia, and oh man, I forgot it. It's along the Horn of Africa, obviously, but it's on the coast, right across from Yemen. Anyway, them two were supposed to go at it because Ethiopia wants access to the ports, and they've gone back and forth about this for the past couple of years. They got in a war about it in the 90s or something. Yeah, in the 90s, and Ethiopia lost, and so they're going to go back to it and stuff.
Yeah.
But
So let's
this
try
isn't
it
a
again.
war podcast, so let's go on. And, well, we could talk about war. I mean, we're going to be talking about... No.
No.
Okay.
So you're dropping your original. That
I
was-
guess.
that
I
was
mean,
your
I can
segment?
talk. Yeah, I can talk about it if you want. Depends on how long you want this podcast to go.
Well, I think we've been having some long ones. If we make one short, it's fine.
Cool.
That way the intro is not incredibly long, because otherwise that was a very long.
Yeah.
We haven't even got to our topics yet.
I know. Well, speaking of the sun trying to kill us, Vandy.
Yeah, Project Sunshine. All right, everybody, this is where it kind of gets a little bit morbid, a little bit grotesque. So if you're squeamish or if you have kids listening, please listen to it before you allow anybody else to, because this is kind of graphic. And yeah, just a heads up. All right, Project Sunshine. Oh, my goodness.
Project Sun.
Project Sunshine, Body Snatchers. This, to me,
Body Snatcher. Man, that sounds like it.
yeah. So a lot of people attribute like the body snatching to this thing, but everybody says that the government put out the narrative that it was aliens that came and took the bodies or something like that. Because you know how that's just a popular thing within alien folklore and legends and stuff like that, is they come and snatch bodies, they take you up into their little spaceship, blah blah blah, whatever. But
They're government spaceships,
yes,
You ain't ever gonna probe me, aliens.
but the government might.
So have you pineapple? I need that as a
What?
sound effect. You ain't ever gonna probe me.
I was gonna say. You said, but the government might. I was gonna say but my doctor will. Oh man. You ain't ever gonna probe me, aliens.
I hope not. So Project Sunshine, it's there's a lot of he said, she said within it, but the majority of it has been confirmed.
That's what she said.
Oh my god.
Don't you ever say I did.
I don't know if we could put that in there.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So back in the 50s, our government, and along with the Soviets and a whole slew of other nations, were trying to figure out exactly what nuclear radiation would do to bodies, specifically on battlefields and like the lasting effects of it. So nowadays we know if you nuke a place, you can't go back there for a long time.
False.
I'm talking about they thought they could nuke a place and walk on it within 5 seconds.
Okay.
Long time. I
Gotta
mean,
wait at least 30 seconds.
at least
The
2 or 3 days.
30-second rule.
Minimum.
Yeah. But
I was gonna say because of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. I mean, they're booming metropolises. Right now.
yeah. I guess I should have specified. They were thinking like, hey, we can just drop a bomb just like we had dropped any other
Just-
bomb, and
yeah.
then go and take the land right then and there.
Right.
It
The
was
American way.
it was to the point back in the 50s where we were testing stuff in very unsafe practices with unsafe practices. For example, we were just detonating atomic bombs and other crazy ordnance out in the desert like it was nobody's issue.
And in space,
And in
which
space.
also weakened the magnetosphere back then too. Sorry.
Just to give you guys perspective on what we were doing, we had several guys go out and
Throw nukes at each other.
Fall
like water
out.
balloons.
No, so what they were gonna do was like they had this little group of like 10 soldiers, and they're like, "You guys go drive out to the desert, stay there."
We'll nuke you. Tell us how it feels.
Quite literally, what they did was they got a bomber, and they had a timed fuse where it would detonate over them. They didn't understand like the blast radius of things. Luckily for the soldiers, it detonated, and they all just kind of watched it. And then got in the Jeep and drove away and were fine because it was so high up. They were fine. But what ended up happening is the wind and stuff started blowing that to different areas. And they were finding radiation was like getting to cities and getting to farmland and places we actually needed to live.
Right.
But that was like our mentality back then. We didn't really know what was going on. So we started figuring out just because people would stay in bunkers that were relatively close, and then they get really sick after a few days because of all the radiation that they were exposed to, because they thought they could just stand in a regular bunker that was not that far away, watch the blast, and not have anything happen. And because we were detonating these things in the desert, we didn't understand the effects like that it would have on fertile ground, because this is like sand and rock. We're like, oh, okay, nothing happened. Great. But if we had been detonating it over grass, we would see that the grass is not growing back.
Yeah, it's blasted all away.
But so back in the 50s, we were basically in the arms race to get nuclear weapons. All this stuff was going on, and we were trying to figure out what the effects were, because it seemed like with our very ignorant testing, sometimes we were fine and sometimes we were not fine. Sometimes good,
Sometimes good, sometimes bad.
So we
It's
had
not how it says.
yeah. We can't say that. But the U.S. Atomic Energy Commission basically got a bunch of scientists together, and they said, find out how dangerous the fallout is, because we're afraid the Soviets might try to invade us at some point. Can we use these off our coast and be okay? We know now that you can't.
They've been using them in New Mexico,
Apparently. Maybe. That might be alien. Nevada. So the government, they got together a project called Project Gabriel, and it was to basically figure out this one element, which is strontium. No, I wish. Strontium 90. Basically, it's one of the very things that will like eat away calcium. So it attacks your bones. It's like the first thing to go.
huh?
And we had a lot of it in our bombs. So it would get into your bones, get into your teeth, especially into children because they're developing, and it would stay there for a long time. So
this generation has microplastics.
yeah, they had micro radiation.
Boomers had radiation. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gen Z or Gen Alpha has 6-7.
Yeah.
Shut up. Get out of here.
It's in their bones. They can't do anything
Afuera.
about it.
Afuera.
So in 1955, Dr. Willard Libby, who would later on go to win the Nobel Peace Prize, and he said, we have a sample problem.
Sample problem.
Yes, because it was not good enough for them to test on animals like horses, pigs, rats, etc. He said, we need human samples. And this is where things get a little bit dark.
Was this guy brought to the U.S. under Operation Paperclip?
Not that I know of.
Dang.
This was a good old boy.
That's disappointing.
Yeah.
If it was a Nazi, I'd be like, oh, that makes sense. But
Yeah.
I mean, I should have guessed with the name.
I bet this guy would have approved of
Leonard,
the Cuban idea.
Possibly.
Operation Northwoods.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. This was so technically the body snatching part of this is not his idea. He said we need to get young subjects because, like I said earlier, that
Wow, that's so much better.
yeah. He said we need younger specimens, I should say, because we want to study the effects on what it does to children, to kids, etc. He goes to his group of pathologists and everybody under him that are trying to study this thing, and he says, where can we get these? And the idea starts to come up.
A lab.
Yeah. The idea,
They already have clones. They
Oh.
know it.
What if he said, we need to test this on kids, and they took it this way, but what he really meant was baby goats,
Oof.
ooh,
and he just
Oof.
never corrected them?
Oof.
because a name like Willard Libby is a very farmer name.
He's just like,
Leonard
I was just trying to sell my goats.
Leonard what?
And now we're kidnapping kids.
Willard
Willard
Libby.
Libby.
Yeah.
Man, no, I'm not going to go. Sorry. Go ahead.
So he commissions his little group to think about ways that they could get it. And what ends up coming out of that is we get dead babies.
Oof.
Yes. So,
Question, did
Oh.
they have to be dead when gotten?
yes, that was his stipulation. Like, we're not going to test on normal kids.
Well,
We're not going to test on normal kids, just the dead one.
But this is what they start doing. They don't get kids from the U.S. They start getting, and not just full babies or children. They will go to hospitals, mainly in the UK and in Australia,
Jeez.
and literally just sever parts of their body and ship them back. In their recruitment process, because you had to find somebody to do this, one of the questions was, how good are you at body snatching?
So they were getting aborted children from Great Britain and bringing them over here, or they died after birth and they sliced them up and
Both.
both.
Preferably, they wanted a kid that had died in childbirth. They would take somehow paid off doctors. There's many ways that this is where the he said, she said part of it gets in.
Yeah.
A lot of them said that they just paid off doctors. They paid off people to take the specimens, get them on a boat, and just ship them back in containers on ice. Some of them said that there was literally people that would walk in and have automatically clearance, which is where the CIA comes in, where they would have documents forged as if they were doctors for that hospital, and they would just walk in, do what they needed to do, get the body parts, and ship them back.
Mm.
You
Why there?
that was just the main two, but it was like all over the place
But why not in the U.S.?
because they didn't want to fool with the American people.
They didn't want to get it out in their
Yeah.
country, I guess. Okay. At least it's not living people.
That's
As-
where muddy water comes in,
Oof.
because
Okay.
there were a lot of cases.
Here comes the mud flood.
Oh, that's later.
There were a lot of cases where mothers would bring their kids in, like toddler age, just for a cold. The doctor would take them back, and there are a lot of reports where they would just never see the kid again. And the doctors would always come up with some answer about, oh, we had da-da-da-da-da. He's really, really sick. She's really, really sick. We had to take him to a bigger hospital to get him to care and taken care of. And they would just never see him. Also, a point of contention with a lot of people is these mothers that had they have promised up and down they had a living baby. A doctor would walk in and say, "We're so sorry you lost the baby," and they would never be allowed to see the baby. Never got like a normal funeral. It was just kind of, yeah, we had to get rid of the baby. So there was a lot of lawsuits going on around this time.
Yeah, man. If I went into the doctor's office with my kid and then the doctor said, yeah, you can't see your kid, there would be there wouldn't be a building there anymore.
Yeah.
COVID would have been the perfect time to do something like this.
Yeah.
Like, that's what this is making me think of. Like,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, your kids got COVID, you can't see them, and then like 2 days later, be like, they died, and you can't see the body, and then they'll just give you some ashes and say we had to cremate them, and then you can't like I can see that now being
Yeah, because they wouldn't
that people wouldn't
they
question
wouldn't let
as much because
anybody come in.
Yeah. It was very, very weird. Like, hey, sorry you lost your baby.
Side
it's
note,
gone.
sorry,
No, go ahead.
you mentioned COVID.
I sure did.
There's a theory I heard somebody talk about on a podcast, not a conspiracy podcast either, that more people actually died in COVID than what's actually being said. The reason why he gives is because there's so many businesses that have gone out of business due to the lack of not being able to get employees or not getting enough.
Is this the guy that said it was a culling?
No,
Okay.
but not being able to get enough customers either, and it's just like everything just disappeared. Like they were a thriving business before, and then afterwards they can't hire anybody. It's not because they're not paying a competitive wage or anything like that. It's just they cannot get employees. And so he's saying maybe there's more killed.
Yeah.
And this also goes into the sorry, I just completely took this over. But this also goes into the theory of China is not reporting the actual number of citizens that they have. They actually have way less than 1.4 billion that they have on the books. Yeah, because he's saying that maybe there was a lot of people that died in China because of it, but they're just not giving the numbers. Question
For you guys. How many people or quote unquote bodies or body parts do you think?
Bodies at the floor.
Quite literally. How many do you think were gotten back to the U.S.?
Oh, I'm going to say thousands.
I already said 4.
4. Between 1,500 and 2,000. Verifiable. Meaning there was other body parts that they could not verify if it was from the same body, a different body, whatever.
Yeah.
They actually only got to test about 500 of them, which is still way too many, in my opinion. But did
they pay?
Are you looking for a job?
No, like
what do you mean?
Did they pay the hospital?
Did they pay, or the people
Like the
Well,
mothers?
I guess the mothers never knew at all, did they? I was thinking like the people that they like, hey, we're taking your. They probably didn't, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like,
there was money exchanged for the services of getting them. We know that much from the documents that have been declassified. As of the lawsuits and stuff, I'm assuming some of them had to have been paid out, because how can you just lose a body?
Yeah.
To me, that's insane. But for pretty much at least 2 to 3 decades, nobody even knew that this was happening. Because by the time it got out in the 1990s, speaking of your rabbi, which is
Jesus.
no. Bill Clinton. He began
He begat.
declassifying.
He begat.
He begat and he begat.
Mr. Clinton began declassifying all this.
That's what she said.
What? How does that even fit?
And don't you ever say I did.
You had that locked and loaded.
He started declassifying everything. That's what she said. What?
Is that a Monica Lewinsky joke?
He said, she said, okay? She said it this time.
Oh my god!
Oh my.
I just want to sleep.
That's what she said.
Well, I'm getting to the end of this. So Bill Clinton begins declassifying all this stuff in the 1990s, and that's when it's for sure like, hey, this happened. And in 1995, the Washington Post came out with their whole body snatcher.
Here's my baby. Snatch it, maybe.
What?
Wild man, the wild man. Oh man, I'm too tired.
Yeah. In 1995, the Washington Post came out with their global web of body snatchers, where they were trying to track down the people who were actually involved. But of course, names were redacted.
So
for
they
the most
didn't
part.
pay.
They did.
They didn't pay. They got out scot-free.
Oh, you mean justice? Pretty much. Yeah. In 2001, ABC News, CBS kind of picked it up again, and British and Australian hospitals admitted to supplying children's remains to the U.S. government.
You know, it's not really any different than what's happening today. You have a business around aborted children
Yeah.
and harvesting their stem cells. And they are using their stem cells in all kinds of research and
Yeah.
all kinds of vaccines. and all
Bohemian
kinds of
Grove,
stuff. No,
I believe.
just the lab.
Under Bohemian Grove.
Yeah. And they're taking all this tissue and
Yeah.
doing all kinds of stuff with it. So there's a whole industry around it in the US.
So your DNA is yours. Don't let anybody have it. That's basically what's going on.
I'm not going to let them aliens probe me.
But the government might.
No, out of all of this
Maybe the doctor.
came numerous laws of, like, if you have a child, you are entitled to that child's body if they die.
Not in California.
Not in California. But in most places, like if you take your child in, they can't just, unless it's COVID, just quarantine them and say you can't see them, which is obviously the way it should be.
Yeah.
But
that was mine.
that's all I got for Project Sunshine. Don't be fooled. The body snatchers, they were real.
What an amazing name.
Project
morbid.
Sunshine. Yeah, and this is like the second episode in a row where we have had some messed up stuff being done by our government.
Yeah, and it ain't going to be the last either.
You got one for next week?
Maybe.
Oh, my goodness. All right. If you guys want to dilly-dally while I pull up tinfoil or...
Hey, Dilly.
True.
What's up, Dally?
Oh, man. So how's your dead day?
Dead day?
I said today.
No.
No. You said, how's your dead day? Whoa.
How's your dead day?
Well, I tried. So Expedition 33, when they
We already talked about that. Next subject.
well, this is what happened today for me. He gave his announcement for Game Awards, he's like, "Oh, and by the way, free DLC drops right now."
What?
So they dropped free DLC that had a new area, new side quests, new story, new stuff. And so I started to play it, but I messed myself over because I started a new game plus. And when I started New Game Plus, it was before you had multiple save files. And at that time, you could go back. You could go back your saves. But they removed that. But you can still go back, but not as far. So I was stuck in New Game Plus. So I speed ran through the story, skipping everything to get to the end so I could do the newer stuff. But all the enemies are New Game Plus level. So they're much harder, and I can't beat one of the bosses because I'm not good at the game. I'm not good at the fighting. It's not my favorite part, and I can't beat it. So I'm just stuck.
Side note.
That was my dead day. Thanks for asking.
Nice. I listened to a podcast today.
And they stole more ideas.
No. It was Ninjas and Butterflies.
So they stole your ideas.
No. No, they were talking about a new fungus that's been...
New fungus.
I said fungus.
Among Us.
Oh, no. Okay. Fungus. Among Us.
They discovered a new fungus in Chernobyl.
The butterflies did? The ninjas?
No, scientists.
The
But-
ninja scientists?
This new fungus, it literally feeds off of radiation.
Yeah, I
What?
heard about that.
It literally feeds off of radiation. That's what it gets its energy from.
Like,
So
imagine trees with carbon.
yeah. Metamorphosis.
This is what the
And it's
fungi do.
jet black. Like it has melanin. It has melanin within its
So on. Yeah. Okay.
system.
Dude, that's weird.
And
Kill it.
so they're
It's radiation proof.
they're
Nuke it.
speculating they're speculating that it's been around but it dormant.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
now all of a sudden, since you have this massive catastrophe in what was it, 90 or 80?
Chernobyl.
Anyway,
And
Whenever
now we
it
have
happened-
radiation from the sun.
Yeah, now that the sun's blasting us.
right.
Well, I mean, the sun's been blasting us, but it's blasting us, and our magneto's not strong enough to.
So maybe
bay.
it's going to start popping up everywhere else now because the magnetosphere is weakening.
How toxic is it?
Well,
Don't
it's
need it.
not toxic. I don't think, from what I can remember.
So
It's actually cleaning the environment.
so we're gonna
itself.
have fungus forests cleaning up all of these wars after.
Yeah.
If I
Nice.
eat one, do I get fungus powers, and can I be a superhero?
You feed off
No,
of radiation like
you get-
Superman,
You get zombie.
I thought you say you get sick.
like The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Nice.
If there was any actual zombie to happen, it'd be a
Sure.
fungus zombie.
I would. Yeah.
I mean, that exists already.
It's
I
already
know.
an insect.
It's in insects, and that's what I'm saying. That's why The Last of Us is such a. I've actually never played it, but it's
What about watching it?
very. I've watched
It
some
got-
gameplay of it. Yeah.
It got no, the show. It's season 2
Oh
got
no, I
best.
haven't watched the show.
Season 2 got best adaptation.
Really.
I don't know. The girl and it's annoying.
I was just gonna say I heard a lot about it because of people making fun of her.
I haven't seen any of it.
I don't know anything about her.
I don't even know who her is, but that's what she said.
Okay, Mike.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Prison
Michael.
Mike.
I've been watching random Office clips, so it's in my head.
Oh man, you know what we need right now?
Some tinfoil.
We need some tinfoil.
wild man, the wild
This episode's been a little hectic.
It
Yeah.
really has been. Yeah.
All right.
sorry.
Let's
I'm
just
tired.
let's just jump into tinfoil or truth. You guys know how to play it, but for everybody who's listening, tinfoil or truth, I give you two headlines. You choose which one is real and which one is not. I'm looking at the comments because I've been asking you guys to play along, and you have not played along
Yeah,
yet.
y'all don't play along.
What in the world is up with that, you tin heads?
We're asking.
Who you calling Tinhead?
All right. So let's just play. Let's roll through these. Are you guys up for some space or no?
Bet.
All right, space. Astronomers have found an exoplanet where it likely rains glass sideways in 5,000 plus mile winds, and it looks insanely like our own planet Earth.
Okay.
Second one is astronomers recently confirmed a moon made almost of pure diamond orbiting just beyond Pluto in our own solar system.
Pure cheese.
Yes, that's true.
I think the first one's true because I remember hearing something about raining glass somewhere.
Yeah, true tinfoil.
So
Yep, you guys are
true
right.
Tinfoil.
Wow, very astute of you. All right, here we go. Lab animals gone wrong.
Ooh, I got something to say about that, but I'm not going to. I'm going to restrain myself.
Scientists have taught rats to drive tiny cars to earn, quote, Fruit Loops and found the skill actually reducing their stress levels. Fruit Loops, who would have known?
A nice Sunday drive.
And some Fruit Loops.
Tinfoil.
Man, I'm going to... No, I'm not
You
gonna
haven't
say
even heard the
this.
second one.
Yeah.
Second one is that scientists have taught house cats to recognize over 50 written words and tap the correct one on a touchscreen like a giant flashcard.
True tinfoil.
I don't even remember what the first one is. I just remember Fruit Loops.
It's the rats
Oh yes, rats and Fruit Loops.
driving a car.
Yep, they can drive cars now.
Bet. I know
Stuart
cats
Little.
aren't that.
I didn't even answer. Wow.
I thought you said, yeah, that's...
No, I said I didn't. I said I don't know because I don't even remember what the first one is.
Well, guess what? You're right.
Yay, I'm right even though I didn't answer.
I declare bankruptcy.
Okay. All right, here we go. Around the same time... Nah, let's skip that one. I don't like that one. That one's kind of... An Icelandic startup created, quote, volcano pods that let tourists safely nap inside active lava tubes.
What in the Jurassic world is this?
First of all, why would you want to?
Because it's warm.
Who sits there and says, "You know where I want to sleep? Lava." If only there was a
that actually
tube.
That would go hard.
That'd be nice.
No, it wouldn't.
All right. Well, that's the Icelandic people. The Japanese company, a Japanese company built a vertical nap pod called the giraffe nap so office workers can sleep standing up like a giraffe during power naps.
Tinfoil true.
You guys are right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's such a Japan thing to do. Like,
Yeah. I kind of would like the view of a volcano, though.
dude, I sitting here thinking about that, listening to some lo-fi, watching the lava roll around
flow
you.
over you, slowly eating through it, hoping that you don't get burned alive.
Yeah, that'd be the only thing. But like,
The
that'd
whole-
be sick.
That would be kind of cool.
That would be hot because lava's hot.
All right, here's your last one. There are official rules for true Neapolitan pizza that specify the oven type, the temperature, and even approved tomato varieties.
Neapolitan pizza.
Yeah, man.
I think that's true.
And the second one is in Switzerland, it is illegal for any licensed restaurant to serve pizza with pineapple as a topping.
Tinfoil true. That's gotta be true.
I
That
think
sounds
it's
so.
true tinfoil.
That sounds so ludicrous. It's gotta be true.
What'd you say?
true tinfoil.
You're right, Jeremy.
Because I'm pretty sure I've heard about there's like special, like this one pizza is like very specific.
Yeah.
It's the tomato
Neapolitan.
sauce is what part I remember.
Neapolitan is ice cream. It's
Yeah.
not pizza.
There is a Neapolitan pizza that is copyrighted. So if
But it can't go on paper.
Yes, it can.
you've never eaten pizza on paper,
Copyrighted.
but
that was late.
yes.
I'll move it. I won't move it.
Oh no.
Okay.
Okay. MudFlood.
Oh yeah, I'm last.
We
Saving-
have to save the best for last.
No, the best is not last today, folks.
Yeah, it
Never
is.
you worry.
Well,
The first shall be last, and the last shall be first.
according to a recent poll, Jeremy is the most popular on this podcast.
So what do y'all know about the MudFlood theory?
I know that is what we called diarrheas when I was a kid.
Diarrhea.
What else do you know about the mud flood theory?
I know that is what killed the dinosaurs.
I don't know.
You're wrong.
Boom, roasted.
Oh no. Give me a second chance.
Okay, what do you know about the mud flood theory?
Nothing.
You're wrong.
That's what she said.
What is this? What's happening?
A disaster of an
I'm just
episode.
sitting back here watching.
So what do you know? What do you know? What do you know?
You are
Andrew?
like in and out of consciousness.
What do you know, Andrew? Let's.
I legit know nothing about this.
Okay. So I'm gonna throw up some pictures if y'all want to look, starting with the first one, but don't get past the second picture.
Discord?
Yep.
Okay.
So look at the ones that are
You can't
first
tell me what
couple
to do.
pictures. So across the world, yes, that's the first one.
It's a big white building.
So across the world in a bunch of different cities, people noticed that there are a bunch of buildings that have windows.
Oh yeah.
That's what the picture's for, just to see
Yeah.
in case you've never seen them before. Buildings that have windows like at ground level, which
Yeah.
makes no sense because windows.
Why? Yeah. Okay. I'm with you.
Yes, exactly.
Now I'm questioning.
So people have questioned like why are these here? It doesn't make any sense. And the explanation is, oh, it's just for lighting the
Like basements?
inside with sunlight, basements to get sunlight in. And people don't like that idea. It doesn't sit well with them.
How? I mean, that makes sense.
No, it doesn't make sense.
Okay,
Doesn't make sense, Andrew.
it does.
Not when you consider the other two pictures. People started digging out these buildings. And the
Really?
buildings that have, yes, if you look at the other two pictures, buildings that have the windows down there are just buildings on top of
Ah.
other buildings, and these are just continuations of those windows. That's why it doesn't make sense to say these are just for sunlight. It's like, no, this was
Yeah.
another building. So people are like, why do we have buildings on top of buildings? And they started noticing in, again, multiple cities across the world that were just cities built on top of cities. Like,
So
Well, that's how Chicago is.
yes.
Chi-Town. So is it like the whole bottom is just like, can you still go in it?
I don't think so. Maybe you can, but it's probably not safe
Yeah.
because these are old buildings.
So they're just built on top.
Or continue to like the stuff.
Yeah.
Some of them it's just built on top. Some of it's like the building's halfway in the ground.
Dude, that's so weird.
That violates so many OSHA codes.
But it's
And
okay.
So people started questioning
Why?
why and how this happened. This is going to be very short, by the way.
Why did it happen? How did it happen?
I should stick with this to make
Where
it
did
longer.
it happen? I'll do you one
So-
better.
Who did it happen? Sorry, go ahead.
No, go on. We need to
Why?
pad this out because it's going to be short.
What?
So there's this idea that in the recent past, like 18th, 19th century recent,
Okay.
so round when America became a nation, slightly after maybe
USA, baby.
Civil War era, maybe.
That's only when history actually begins.
Yep.
That around that time period, a cataclysmic deluge of mud swept the entire world.
What?
Hmm.
I knew
And-
it.
And covered large portions of everywhere in mud, completely wiping out chunks of civilization.
So where did said mud come from?
The Mud Hills.
You know, that's a question I don't think they have the answer to.
That has nothing that. Well, let's have the theory, but let's not have an answer to the basics of the theory.
So the
I quit
idea
this podcast.
the idea is that there was this empire that existed at this time.
I knew it. The Ottomans.
That was no, not the Ottomans. I forget the name and I don't know if I have it in this list.
Atlantis.
But there was this civilization that existed and controlled most of the world.
yeah.
And when this flood came through,
Is it
basically.
Tartarian?
Yes.
Ah.
See, I knew you knew.
Or Tartaria.
So this event destroyed most of that, and the surviving countries, U.S., UK, most of Europe, Russia, whatever, basically said we're gonna cover up their existence because they lost a lot of their technology
With mud.
and so they just said we're just gonna build on top of their stuff and pretend like they never happened.
I'm with it.
Hence the Napoleon quote that I said earlier about history being just what
Yeah.
we're told.
Yeah, you can't make a Neapolitan pizza.
You know, Napoleon says you can't. Which I always thought when I was a kid, when I was like 5, I thought it was called Napoleon ice cream.
I did too. At some point, I did too.
Andrew probably did too.
Maybe. I don't have a lot of memories back then. Maybe I was traumatized and my
And
brain's
so
blocking it all.
people say that there's more evidence, like the biggest evidence are these buildings. And if you look at the pictures, like they all look like that. It does look like they just got covered with dirt and mud. Like someone just took mud and dirt and just said,
I think
Be
that
in
they
it.
didn't really know how to make a foundation, and it just sank. That's just my theory, and then that became the foundation
globally.
globally. We're not.
There's the new theory, the global sink.
This is just one giant sink.
Yep. Instead of
We're all
it's
sinking.
Instead of a mud
It's
flood,
the sink
it's
that-
just all quicksand.
The sink that Elon Musk carried in. The global sink.
No, he carried in a chainsaw.
No, he carried in a sink, said, let that sink in. Remember?
Yeah, he did from Twitter's.
He did?
Yeah, he took the sink.
Because they were all like, you're never going to take over. And then he did. And so he's like, let that sink in. And he tweeted that. And then he walked in with the sink in his hands, took a picture.
What a guy.
We're laughing at him, not with him.
Yeah. What a guy.
No, I like him.
That's so stupid.
That's something that's an inside thought. That's something hilarious to think about.
Not to do.
Not to do. Especially when you're at that high level. I get it.
But you're a
Nobody can do
trillionaire.
anything. Nobody can do anything to you. I get it. But it's just like,
Okay, honestly.
He just does things. It's like it's so stupid. He does stuff and then is like makes that face of like, get it, guys? Get it? Aren't I funny? Huh? And it's like we're laughing, but it's not because you're funny. It's because you're an idiot.
it's like Beavis and Butthead over here, man.
Like
We're not getting political.
anyway, the biggest evidence for the mud flood are these buildings, but some people say that early photographers captured some evidence at reconstructions, like of pictures of them covering it up.
Hmm.
And
Can I look now?
yeah, you could have looked
Oh.
already. It's literally just the buildings. Like this is what it looks like when they dig them out.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Of like you can see, it's just like
Wow. So was there like no like just stairways or stairwells down and
no, it was just
just
it was as if it was just covered up. Yeah.
like
It's
this
like
is the
literally
ground
just
floor
built
now.
on. It's like it was like here's the ground and here's the building. Let's dig down. Oh, this building keeps going.
Huh.
I'm trying to think of a convincing argument of why it would be like that.
The mud flood. You're not convinced?
But where did the mud come from? The ocean floor?
Dirt.
Just okay.
When
Just-
when we have giant
Oh, hey, look, the-
sinkholes,
The Tarshan
The mud
Empire
has to go
or
somewhere.
Tartarian Empire was in my notes. So I guess since I have it in my notes, Tartaria was described as a large nation. Okay, it was across Siberia and Central Asia, Eastern Europe.
the Great Flood, the flood.
And the cathedrals, government buildings, grand hotels, train stations, courthouses, all have again across the world.
You know what we need to bring
All
back?
have these same architecture and the weird stuff underneath it that's just like built on like
Huh.
So this is kind of the argument of the World's Fair, right?
Yeah.
Of how and why they would build these magnificent structures. I mean, insane structures, only for them to stand for a year and tear them down. And it kind of goes along with the Tartarian theory, that we were able to build such amazing, intricate structures in such a short time. It was like 2 months.
They were Japanese.
Only for them to stand there for a year and them to tear down. The Nashville
The
Parthenon was
Yeah.
a part of that.
Yeah. So this was my question. Was it just kind of like, what's the right way to say this? Shoddy workmanship? Where it was like, let's just throw something out that looks nice, but it's kind of garbage.
Well, from what I understand is it was built to be temporary.
Okay.
However, the looks were insane.
Yeah.
How they were able to craft that, it was like stone. It was stone.
They had lasers.
How they were able to craft that in such a short period of time.
So, to answer your question on where the mud came from, they have a few ideas. One is that there were, this is not theory, this is true.
Oh,
Around this time period, there were several large earthquakes.
okay.
So, earthquakes that shifted and then water flooded in, mixed with dirt.
Like the big one that made the Mississippi run backwards.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then the water,
Which there's a cool
picks
story
up
behind
dirt,
that,
becomes
too.
muddy, and just washes through.
Yeah.
Because the idea isn't just this mud comes in and now here's mud. It's like mud comes in and covers stuff, but it destroys things, and then the survivors then reconstruct.
There
So
was
it's not like the mud just covers the buildings and it's like, oh, but it's like the catastrophe killed.
there was a Indian shaman, religious figure, that predicted that from happening, and it happened.
Really?
It was Tecumseh's brother. If you know, you know. Go ahead.
Then another one is basically a similar idea, except instead of being from earthquakes, it was just there was massive flooding globally
Yeah.
in different regions, and again mixed with dirt and
A high
the
amount of
river,
rainfall.
and with sediment and
Okay.
I can see that.
similar to the earthquake, just instead it was
I
rain.
can see that because we didn't really have sewers.
Another theory is that volcanoes erupted and it's like ash and fallout more than it is mud.
Well, they would be
okay.
able to see that archaeologists. Oh, whatever. Through archaeology. And they would be able to tell the difference, what would be ash and what would be dirt.
And then there's another one similar to the other two, but this time it's from glaciers melting because it was right before the planet started cooling down again.
So if it's like a flood, are they uncovering people's remains?
I don't know.
Because if it's like a flood, I would assume somebody had to get caught.
Are there dead bodies in these buildings underground?
Everybody escaped.
Stop poking holes in my perfect theory.
Sorry.
I understand that history is only written by the victors.
But before you finish the thought, we might know what happened because it might happen to us here soon. Because other things that could have been it was a pole shift,
Oh, mud.
an atmospheric plasma event, such as the solar flare stuff that's happening now,
Or both. Both is good.
or other natural disasters like the ones that are happening now. So maybe we're in time. It's time for another
Maybe
mud
it's
flood.
all of them combined.
But basically, to just kind of wrap it up, again, this is short. The idea is that there was some sort of terrible event that then the world collectively decided to cover up for whatever reason.
Yeah, it is very weird that you would have whole buildings
And
like that.
and I think that kind of also points to a let's cover up history
Yeah.
event. is that around the same time that this would have happened, there was also out of nowhere these really high profile places burning down that would have had records globally again. So it's like all the records we would have had, just conveniently we lost. And then,
Time to time, I think about the Library of Alexandria.
yep,
Yeah.
things, stuff like that. Not that
Man,
that burnt down then.
what
But
a tragedy.
yeah, it's just like non-conspiracy side of it for one reason or other. We did lose a ton of historical
Yeah.
documentation. So everything we know is almost everything we know about the history was written recently and not back then.
Yeah, that's why we find all this.
So we don't really know history.
Yeah, we find all
course
this
we
stuff
do.
is different.
It's in our United States textbooks,
the Constitution. That's
Which
all
is-
you need to know, boy.
which is written by the Jews.
All right. Thanks for watching this or listening to this episode of Tinfoil Testament. We hope you guys will be back.
That's a joke, but it's not a joke.
Yeah.
Because everybody, I just got to clarify, okay? Because everybody's talking about the Jews right now. I just had to.
And we are too, so we'll get listeners.
And don't you ever say I did.
That's right.
That's right.
But it is. I think it is. I think it's true.
It's not true. Our textbook's
What?
written by
I'm-
red-blooded
When I
American men who are patriots
Hoorah.
wearing the red, white, and blue.
I'm not going to say false information, even though that we are on a conspiracy podcast.
Fake news.
I cannot confirm nor deny that. I forgot.
Wow, you sound like a politician.
I read something along the lines of some
I
foreign
cannot
country.
answer your question because I don't even know.
Some foreign country invest an insane amount of money in our school textbooks,
China.
both college and I think it was either Qatar or Israel. And I know that Qatar has donated a ton of money to
Oh, yeah.
ton of money to America's
They want to be our friend.
schooling system. Yeah. Apparently, no, we're not going to do this.
Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
No,
You're sitting here in all camo. Just do it.
I'm gonna
Except his hat.
slide back into the bush.
That's what she said.
Oh, God. That
All
one's
right,
getting
guys.
cut out.
Yeah, that was got to go. All right, guys. Thank you for listening to this episode. What was this? Episode 13?
Lucky 13.
Lucky 13. We hope that you guys will be back with us, but who actually knows if you will be or if
Don't
we'll even be
forget,
here.
comment question of the day is Mario an indie game?
Yes.
The sky is falling. The sky is falling.
Have a good day. Have a good day.
Peace.
Bye.